What's up, kiddos? Clinton Yates from ESPN here with skate legend Eric Koston. Thank you for joining us here in North Hollywood. Let's get to it.
Thanks for having me.
You're a skateboard circuit veteran in terms of competition. You mentioned you were just in Japan. What do you think about skateboarding coming to the Olympics for Tokyo 2020?
I think it's great. I think it's cool that skateboarding is recognized in that way, that it's gotten this far. Because I've seen, the early years of when it's small. I've been through a lot of different, different eras of skateboarding and seen it pretty low. So it still kind of trips me out to see it get to this point.
Skateboarding competitions in general, the way that circuit has grown is crazy. Between street league, between so many different XGames. You mentioned before that you've seen a lot of different eras of skateboarding. Mm-hmm. What do you think about where the competition circuit is in general?
The pressure's higher, and the stakes are higher, and those guys are really adapting to those moments, and they're able to consistently do things that are used to be just impossible to do once, and I think that's it's pretty unreal to see guys handle that kind of pressure. Right. But it's just, that's a pretty insane sort of evolution of it.
You're born in Thailand, but you claim LA. How much does Los Angeles influence not just who you are as a skater, but who you are as a person and what you bring to the skateboarding world?
As a skater, I guess it's because it's just where I grew up. It's like growing up in a multicultural city, it keeps your mind open, very open to things, and learning that and just knowing that and growing up skateboarding, it wasn't something that was always accepted. And in the early days, I remember when I was in high school, definitely nobody liked.
Not cool.
No, it was not cool. There was 5 of us skaters, and we didn't care because we knew, there's other. The thing that we were doing, was kind of beyond. Those kind of the small time politics of trying to be popular in high school, because it wasn't about that. It was just about having fun and trying to learn tricks on your skateboard. Is very simple.
Fashion is a big deal. How skaters look and what they wear is a huge part of a lot of this business and a lot of the culture. You've been a part of that. What has that side of it been like for you to see grow and participate in as who you are?
Sort of the first time I really started to realize how much I was into sneakers and what inspired me to start really collecting them. Is the first time I went to Japan, and I was 19, and I saw all this old, just dead stock, especially Jordan 1s, and they were going for ungodly amounts back then. It was crazy because they were actual dead stock, And I was looking at them, and I just remember going like, oh man, why, if I could have thought of even just keeping a pair of those, but I didn't have the foresight when I was 11 years old, when you could go to Marshall's or Copeland's.
Right, and who wants to do that at 11 years old
anyway? A pair of Air Jordan 1s and sit on them. You're not gonna sit on them, I'm gonna skate in them. That's what I'm not thinking like that, but still, it made me appreciate and how fanatic they were about sneakers. And I was too, and it made me want to, collect more. There was a lot of inspiration I took from all the collecting that I did, from designing the shoes that I did when I started to get signature models, And
so when are we talking here, just so people understand?
So, because I started. Let's say with my first shoe, it started with. I started designing that shoe in 1996.
Okay.
And I pretty much drew that. I started sketching something on a napkin, literally on a napkin, and then I took it to actually a piece of paper.
96, that's pre-Photoshop for a lot of you people.
Yeah. And so, and I just took design inspirations actually from multiple shoes that I like, but I wanted to sort of, there were certain features on different shoes that I'd had in my own collection.
It contains multitudes, which takes us to our last question, which is a good one. to dovetail into from this, which is your top 4 Nike designs of all time. Your Mount Rushmore, if you will, which means you get 4. That's why it's that.
Okay, 4. I would rank this number 1 because it has so much meaning to me.
Okay.
From who it is, skateboarding at the time, everything that kind of goes into the shoe, which is the Air Jordan 1.
Okay.
It's when I started skating.
Numero uno.
All my favorite pros skated in it, and I wanted to wear that shoe because of that, and that actually that shoe made me figure out who Michael Jordan was.
I don't think a lot of people look at him like that in terms of skate influence. That's wild.
I looked at that shoe as like all my favorite pros were skating in that shoe, and that was the influence. I wanted to be like my favorite pros. I want to wear those shoes. They look good too, don't get me wrong. And then that really actually got me into Michael Jordan.
Nice.
And then from there, something that is similar, but the SB Dunk.
Okay.
Because of how much it changed. It's great. I'm wearing it right now, and how much it changed sneaker culture.
There's the birth, there's the rebirth.
Yeah.
There's everything that's in between. I mean, educate us on what you think about SB Dunk and its evolution.
It just keeps, it keeps coming and going. And it started, it came in hot too. So in the beginning, kind of got a little quiet, and then it's back again. But it's one of those things that it's always going to come back because it's a silhouette that you can wear forever, and you're not going to look bad in it. That's really it.
So that's 2. We got the Jordan 1s. We got the Dunks.
Air Max 1.
Okay.
It's evolved into so many other shoes that are also my favorites.
Yeah.
So you got to go straight to the source.
All that air bubble stuff that you all see now,
Yeah.
that's all Air Max from a Genesis standpoint.
Exactly.
In the taxonomy of what's going on. All right, Air Max is the 3rd, so we got one more on the Mount Rushmore.
And then Air Force 1.
Oh.
It's a lot of ones going on
Yeah.
here. But that's the thing. Those things are still, they're here to this day. And those styles are timeless.
What's going up next for you?
Got plenty of work with SB.
Yeah.
A lot of things coming in the pipeline. Can't talk about, but
Ooh. Secret.
It's always a secret, right?
Yeah.
Keeps it exciting.
Exactly.
And I just keeping my board company numbers going.
Okay.
That's always it's only 3 years old now, but it's still it's like a baby. So it takes a lot of work. Want to just keep pushing with that, pushing with the team, having fun, skateboarding.
He's Eric Koston. He's a legend. I'm Clinton Yates. I work at ESPN. See you later.